In the heart of Egypt's timeless desert, the Great Pyramid of Giza rises as an eternal monument to human ambition and ancient engineering prowess. Constructed over 4,500 years ago during the Old Kingdom, it remains the oldest and only surviving member of the Seven Wonders of the Ancient World. Originally towering at 481 feet, this colossal structure weighs an estimated 5.75 million tons and was built with over 2.3 million stone blocks, each averaging 2.5 to 15 tons. But how did a civilization without modern machinery achieve this feat? Join us on a deep dive into the history, methods, and mysteries of its creation, from pharaonic vision to the sweat of thousands of workers. The story of the Great Pyramid begins in ancient Egypt's Old Kingdom, a golden age of stability and innovation from around 2686 to 2181. Pharaohs, seen as divine rulers, built massive tombs to ensure their journey to the afterlife. Early burials used flat-roofed mastabas, but around 2780 BC, architect Imhotep revolutionized design with the step pyramid for Pharaoh Djoser, stacking 6 mastabas into a terrace structure. This paved the way for true pyramids. Pharaoh Snefru, founder of the 4th dynasty, experimented further. His maiden pyramid started as a step structure but was smoothed. The bent pyramid at Dashur adjusted its angle mid-build for stability, and the red pyramid became the first successful smooth-sided pyramid. These advancements set the stage for Giza's grandeur, symbolizing the pharaoh's ascent to the heavens and evoking the primordial mound from Egyptian creation myths. Enter Pharaoh Khufu, the second king of the 4th dynasty, who reigned from about 2589 to 2566, known to Greeks as Cheops. Khufu chose the Giza plateau on the Nile's west bank for its rocky foundation and proximity to the river, already a necropolis site. Construction began around 2580 BC and spanned 20 to 23 years, part of a vast complex including temples, causeways, boat pits for solar barks, and smaller pyramids for queens. Planning was meticulous. The pyramid's base measures 755 feet per side, aligned to true north width. Astonishing precision. Error less than half a degree, likely using stars like those in the Great Bear and Orion or shadowing techniques on equinoxes. The slope angle of 51 degrees 52 minutes ensured stability, and the site was leveled by flooding trenches with Nile water to mark uniform heights, reducing bedrock in a grid pattern. Khufu's half-brother, Vizier Ankheif, oversaw the project as chief of works. The pyramid's materials came from across Egypt, showcasing national resource mobilization. The core used yellowish limestone quarried right from the Giza plateau, while finer white limestone for the outer casing, now mostly stripped, came from Tura quarries across the Nile. Granite for interior chambers and beams was sourced from Aswan, over 500 miles south, with blocks up to 80 tons. Quarrying techniques involved exploiting natural fissures and loose boulders first, then using copper picks, chisels, and mauls hardened with quartz sand abrasive for cutting. For granite, workers drilled with copper tools and sand, or prized stones from bedrock. Experiments show these methods could dress blocks efficiently without modern tech. Copper came from Sinai mines, timber from Lebanon for levers and sleds, reflecting a supply chain that included cattle from the Delta 4. Food.in total. About 2.3 million blocks formed the structure, originally capped with a possibly gold-plated pyramid ion. Transporting these massive stones was a logistical marvel, relying on the Nile's annual floods. Blocks were loaded onto boats and floated downstream from quarries like Aswan or Tura, a journey of days. At Giza. Artificial canals, recently discovered via scans, brought materials directly to the Site.A4500. Year-old papyrus logbook from inspector. Mira, found at Wadi Al Jaf port. Details hauling Tura limestone in the 27th year of Khufu's reign. Near completion. Mira's team of sailors moved blocks via Nile and canals in 2 to 3 days. Also building harbours elsewhere. On land. Stones were dragged on sleds over sand lubricated with water to reduce friction. Pulled by ropes and teams of workers. Proven by modern experiments to be efficient, this system highlights Egypt's advanced administration, with accounting papyri tracking revenues, food, and wages. Myths of slave labour are debunked. The builders were skilled Egyptians, not captives. A workforce of 20,000 to 30,000 rotated seasonally, with farmers joining during Nile floods when fields were inundated. They lived in the lost city of the pyramids, a nearby settlement with barracks, paved streets, bakeries producing thousands of loaves daily, storage silos, workshops, and even medical facilities. Excavations in the 1980s to 1990s revealed tombs from simple mud brick to stone monuments, with inscriptions and statuettes honouring workers as artisans. Diets included bread, beer, prime beef, and imported sheep, far from meagre rations. Physicians treated injuries, and the project fostered national unity, with communities supplying goods in a system like an ancient hotel. This supportive infrastructure underscores the pyramid as a communal achievement. Assembly relied on ramps, levers, and human muscle. Theories abound: a straight external ramp for lower levels, perhaps zigzagging or spiraling for upper tiers, internal ramps within the structure, or staircase ramps with side additions. Blocks were hauled up using sleds on greased surfaces, rollers, and ropes, with wooden or bronze levers for precise placement. No wheels or pulleys, ancient. Egyptians hadn't invented them yet, but corbel vaulting, in chambers distributed weight. Joints were so fine that a hair can't fit between some stones, achieved with copper tools and sand abrasives. The pyramid grew layer by layer, with the outer casing polished downward after core completion. Inside, the Great Pyramid is mostly solid, with corridors leading to chambers. The entrance descends to an unfinished underground room, while an ascending passage reaches the Queen's Chamber and the Grand Gallery, a 151-foot slanting hall. Then the King's Chamber lined with granite and roofed to bear immense loads. Narrow shafts may have aligned to stars for ritual or ventilation. Challenges included seismic stability, precise alignment, and weight distribution, solved, with 5 relieving compartments. Above the King's Chamber, recent scan pyramids discoveries using cosmic rays revealed voids, like a large one near the Grand Gallery and a north face corridor, possibly for stress relief during building. Completed around 2560 BC, the Great Pyramid gleamed white. A beacon of eternity, its legacy endures in Khafra's and Menkaur's adjacent pyramids, inspiring wonder and study. Was it solely a tomb or a cosmic blueprint? The Great Pyramid reminds us of ancient Egypt's brilliance, turning stone into immortality. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.